Good morning. Wow. Welcome in on a Friday. That's right. It is freaking Friday. Hell yeah. Stoked to be here. Stoked to be here. And man, do I have some news for you. Wow. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jeff Michael. Packed show this morning. Emotional tributes pouring in about the legendary Hulk Hogan. And Donald Trump makes an executive order about sports. That's right, guys. Welcome to Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael. Donald Trump signed an order late last night. We're going to get into that about college sports. Could change sports forever, college sports-wise. This is a big, big deal. Man, what a last 2 days in sports. Last I talked to you was Wednesday, so lots of baseball news. The trade deadline is upon us. But before we get started, let's thank a couple of people that make it possible. Number one, Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Get over to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. The place is phenomenal, award-winning food. Televisions galore. Go watch your sports. Go get a beverage. Get over to Christian's Tailgate. Butler CCS Incorporated, fire, water, mold, roofing. Shout out to Wes Butler, 713-330-9472. Saw he was dealing with a home fire yesterday. Look, any emergency in your house, you need a new roof, you got a leak, call Wes Butler. Butler CCS Incorporated, 713-330-9472. And need a new pool? Need to get yours plaster resurfaced? Just need a backyard to look better? C&E Pristine, 713-818-4868, 718-818-4868, and then Ordonez Movers. These people are awesome. 713-373-1659. Fast, safe, reliable, affordable. Ordonez Movers, Ordonez Movers. Go check them out. All right, guys, lots going on. I mean, an absolute ton going on. Let's get to these holidays, though, man. These are some good ones today. Friday, July 25th. Man, can't wait to. There's a couple of them in there that are pretty good. National Carousel Day. Get your butt on a carousel. There's a great one down here in Galveston. It's awesome. It shoots over the pier. So if you guys ever visit Galveston, if you're listening, then you're not in Houston, get over to, Pleasure Pier. Culinarians Day. Darwin Show Day, Feast of St. James, Health and Happiness with Hypnosis Day. A friend of mine, Christian, does a hypnosis thing. Houston Day. That's right. Shout out to Houston, Texas, Houston Day. And shout out to my girl, Ashley. International Red Shoe Day. She's got like 7 pairs of red shoes, if not more. International Red Shoe Day. So put them on. National Drowning Prevention Day. Ooh, that one hurts. We just lost a great, great actor to drowning a couple of days ago. National Hire a Veteran Day. Merry-Go-Round Day. Talk in an Elevator Day. That's right. I'll be doing that in about 1 hour. National Thread the Needle Day. Wine and Cheese. Natalie Boardman, it's your day, girl. It is your day. What else we got here? System Administration Appreciation Day and World Drowning Prevention Day. I say that because Malcolm Jamal, I said that we lost a good actor. Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was in a couple of sitcoms in the 80s, passed away from drowning the other day. And, man, we have just had a litany of bad things happen to good people. Right? Ozzy Osbourne passing away the other day, just days after doing his last show. I don't want to say that was pre-planned, but that was sad. And then, of course, yesterday, Hulk Hogan. This one hit hard. An absolute titan in sports entertainment passed away. Whether you're a diehard fan, right, or a wrestling fan, or just caught Hulkamania in the 80s like I did. I mean, I had his dolls, like his play toys. I had everything Hulkster. It was amazing. You knew exactly who he was. The red and yellow 24-inch pythons, him tearing off his shirt, screaming, "What you gonna do, brother?" The guy was he was pro wrestling. He made it what it is today. The tributes were from all the wrestlers, entertainers, everything. Just look, I get it. He's had some stuff happen over the last few years that has put a stain on his image. Everybody makes mistakes, though, right? Like we've all been there. But Hulk Hogan, man, rest in peace, my brother. Like that was a little bit emotional for me yesterday. I remember him body slamming Andre the Giant. That to me, and I know there's a lot of people out there that will feel this way, but when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant, that was as big as a Super Bowl to me, if not bigger back then. As a kid, not even being into football that big, but knowing who Hulk Hogan was, that was almost bigger than the Super Bowl. It was unbelievable. It's like a moment in sports history. I thought that wrestling was real. Hulk Hogan changed things forever, especially in wrestling. It made a lot of people a lot of money. He did a lot of good. I know there were some bad things that came out, but Hulk Hogan did a lot of good for a lot of people. So rest in peace, Hulkster. And look, wear your red and yellow today. Why not? Hulkamania. Get out there. All right, guys. Politics and sports. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But Donald Trump has gotten into college sports. This is going to be talked about for the next, I don't know, till college kicks off in a few weeks. It's a big ordeal. He shook up college sports last night, signing an executive order that could change college sports forever. It's a move is aimed at forcing the NCAA and the university to pay college athletes directly, not just through name, image, and likeness deals. Now, before we dive in it, let's make this clear. This isn't about politics, whether you're a fan of Trump or not. This decision is all about putting money in the pockets of student athletes who've been driving billions in revenue for years while getting none of it themselves. So here's how it went down. Trump's executive order would push for federal oversight on how college shares revenue from sports like football and basketball. The order directs the Department of Education and federal agencies to work with the NCAA to create a framework where student athletes can earn a cut of money schools make off TV contracts, ticket sales, merchandise, the whole deal, everything. If you're wondering how it's different than the NIL, that's where players get paid from endorsements and outside sponsors. This goes even further. So they're going to be making more money. This is about schools actually cutting checks to players from profits they make off of games themselves. Trump said something like this in his announcements. These young men and women are the backbone of billion-dollar programs. It's time they get treated like it. Wow. The move is already making waves. Some folks love it, especially current and former college athletes, of course. But the NCAA and some school presidents are panicking. They're worried that this has turned college sports into a mini NFL or NBA. Now schools are going to have to worry about managing payroll and player unions. That's right. These kids are 18. You could form a union. What does it mean for fans? Well, if it goes through and becomes a law or schools feel the pressure and start acting on it, we could see a new era in college sports. Athletes staying in school longer, which to me is fantastic, right? Look, I'll just use the NBA draft as an example. There are guys that get drafted from the NBA from college into the NBA that we have no idea who they are. I mean, zero clue who they are because we cannot follow them in college. We can't. They're in and out and they are gone. I wish that we had guys that we could actually follow and be excited to see on a Saturday afternoon or in March Madness. That's when names pop up. We don't know who anybody is until March Madness unless they're like a Cooper flag. It is just strange that my kids can't follow athletes in college. But now this may make them stay longer for 3 or 4 year deals. They could get endorsement deals. This will be unbelievable. Fewer shady under the table deals. Yep, for sure. and maybe even parity in recruiting. That's what really needs to happen. These smaller schools are getting absolutely hosed. It's like there's only going to be big schools and big schools only, and everything else is going to be trade schools. One thing's for sure, the days of the NCAA controlling everything behind the scenes while athletes get nothing might be coming to an end. Whether you agree with it, Trump's doing it or not, this is a massive shift in how we think about college sports. We'll see. It's an executive order. He signed it. Will it go through? How much power does the NCAA have? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Take to the polls. I'll post something up on social media today on Sports with Balls. Go to Sports with Balls on Facebook. Here, let me put that up for you right now. Go to Sports with Balls on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's on there. Follow us. Facebook's fantastic. Instagram, not necessarily a debating sports site, right? X. I call it Twitter. Dude, why do people change the names of these things? I don't know. The Redskins into the Commanders. I love the Washington football team. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah. So go follow us. Let me know what you think about this. This is very, very interesting. Should be a hot topic around the sports world today for sure. So I'll dive. Let's give it some days to digest, right? And I'll really get into it on Monday, along with obviously everything that went over the weekend. Do I want to do where you want to be on Fridays today? I haven't done that in a while. Where do you want to be this weekend? Maybe we'll do that. I got the parlay of the day coming up in baseball, football, NFL. You want to get into some NFL? Let's do it. Let's see. That was the Hulk Hogan thing. Where are we at now? Quarterback battles in the NFL. New England Patriots have their quarterback. Drake May. I know Jacoby Brissett's over there, but he's not starting. New England's one of those teams that could, as a Patriot fan, think they found another Tom Brady. We're going to find out. Jaden Daniels is in Washington. Baker Mayfield. That's a great team. Fantasy-wise, Baker's going to – I like Baker Mayfield. We've got contract drama in San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk is holding out and just posted, "I'm done." That's what he said, "I'm done," on social media. The 49ers are in a jam. Pay him or lose him. Brock Purdy, lose Brandon Ayuk. It's so weird to me how these teams go to the Super Bowl and then just fall apart if you don't win. Even if you do win, they fall apart. It's just strange. The 49ers are falling apart. Christian McCaffrey cannot stay healthy. Brandon Ayuk posting, "I'm done." They lost Debo. Man, it just like the pieces just keep falling off, and you can't have that. That was a Super Bowl team. Brandon Ayuk saying, "I'm done." Do you pay Brandon Ayuk? I don't know. It's the NFL is different than the NBA, right? The NBA, they'll pay you whatever. The NBA, those guys get absolutely they run the NBA as a player-run league, man, for sure. The NFL is not. The owners will hold back. They are stubborn. They don't care about your holdouts or hold-ins. So I like that aspect of it a little bit more because personally I don't want to be in the drama, and getting paid $54 million instead of $50 million is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we're here to watch you play. It's entertainment. You're getting paid a ton of money. So I don't know. Listen, and I'm not saying Brandon Ayuk's wrong, but if it's a difference of $1 or $2 million like that, that's where shit gets annoying. But CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons both need extensions in Dallas. Micah did show up for camp. This is interesting too. Micah Parsons showed up for camp, kind of putting the ball in the hands of the Dallas Cowboys now. This is not. This is a good thing if you're a Cowboys fan that he showed up. He should have held out. If you want more money, you hold out. You don't hold in. Holding in means you show up. You kind of don't necessarily go through the workouts. But he should have held out if he wants more. Does he want TJ Watt money? Is he going to get it? I don't know, man. Micah Parsons good, but he seems like drama. CeeDee Lamb's quiet, goes about his business. I don't see any issues there. But Micah Parsons wants to be the highest paid player in the league, probably. I can just see that. I can completely see it. And I don't think that Jerry deals with guys like that. I mean, he's got a lot of personalities on that team, but they got to gel. Winning a Super Bowl isn't just about putting, great players on paper. It's about gelling. Does Micah Parsons fit in that locker room? Let's find out. What's the Cowboys' record this year? Dak Prescott got his contract. He's back and healthy. Dak Prescott says he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league now. Says he's never felt this great. Don't we hear this every year, though, from the Cowboys? You've got your star quarterback. You got your star wide receiver. You're about to get your star defensive player in Micah Parsons. You've got everything there. You got Jerry World. It just always ends in drama, which is great for me. I'm in the business of drama with sports. So, Dallas Cowboys, man. What's your opinion on their record this year? What will the Dallas Cowboys end up? Is it a one and done in the playoffs? Conference championship? Even make the playoffs? Does Dak get hurt again? Dak gets hurt. Dak gets hurt week 1, 2, or 3. Dallas tanks, and they go after you-know-who at the University of Texas. Can you imagine a Manning name on the back of a Cowboys jersey? And at that point, would Dak Prescott be one of the biggest busts ever? I don't know. His contract would say so. Aaron Rodgers, speaking of quarterbacks, God, dude. Golly. Drama. I love it. Like I said, I think I said this on Wednesday or Monday. I just want them to start 0-3, and I want to see the drama on the sidelines. They could be really good. They're a team on paper that looks good, but it's Aaron Rodgers. He's got to stay healthy, and they have to win. If they start losing, Aaron Rodgers will blame everybody else but himself. And look, he looked fantastic at the end of the year last year. The second half of the season, Aaron Rodgers looked great. It's not as much drama as it was last year prior or the year before. So, and he's made it clear he wants to stay out of the public eye, which is absolutely just absurd, dude. You signed up for this, bro. You're going to be in the public eye. You're an NFL quarterback, and you make it known. He's one of those guys that's like, I don't want to be in the public eye, but please don't stop recording. So, and then if y'all haven't heard this name yet, it is popping up. Deshaun freaking Watson. Take it how you want, but apparently he looks the best he's looked in years. Now, if he's gotten over the stuff mentally that he had to go through, Deshaun Watson could still be a productive NFL quarterback. I just don't think he has. I don't think he's ever going to be the same that he was in Houston when he had 2 great years. Mentally, he's not there. He got married now. Maybe all this has settled Deshaun Watson in. And as we all know, winning cures everything. And he's in one of the toughest cities to win in football in the history of the NFL. So if he can somehow pull that team together and the Cleveland Browns can sneak around and get into the playoffs, dare I say that Deshaun Watson will end up a hero in Cleveland. That's right. With all the stuff that he has gone through and all the negative stuff that you hear and know about Deshaun Watson, could he be a hero in Cleveland? They say he's looking more confident and commanding in the huddle. I don't care about that. I care about his play on the field when the whistle blows. Does Deshaun still have it mentally to go through a full NFL season? I haven't seen it yet. I don't plan to see it this year. But, again, winning cures everything, man. Winning cures freaking everything. What else we got, man? There was a trade in the let's move over. Let's move over. Monday, I'll get it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll get into fantasy football a little bit more, by the way. We have a football game. There is not a Thursday until February from now on that we will not have the NFL on TV. How awesome is that? There is a football game this coming next week on Thursday. It's the Hall of Fame game, I know, but it will be on in my living room. The NFL starts next Thursday. Fantasy football teams are rearing up. What's your fantasy football name? I need some clever ones this year. Get over to Sports with Balls on your social media outlets and let me know what your fantasy football names are. Let's move to the MLB. The Mariners, the Seattle Mariners, who are, I think, 5 games behind the Houston Astros, acquired Josh Naylor, who's really good, in a trade with the Diamondbacks. The deal, which sends left-handed pitching prospect Brandon Garcia and right-handed pitching prospect Ashton Izzy to the Diamondbacks, reinforces Seattle's intentions to aggressively add. Yeah, look, there's some big names, coming out. The trade deadline is next Thursday. I think that's the 31st. That's right. Yeah. The night the NFL kicks off with its Hall of Fame game is the trade deadline. I think it's at like 2:00 in the afternoon, though. The Yankees are buyers. The new buyers are the Houston Astros. And listen to the name they are throwing around. It starts with a J. His last name starts with a V. JV, Justin freaking Verlander. He just won his first game as a San Francisco Giant. The Astros are actually in contention for getting Verlander back for another World Series run. Wow. I'm a Houston fan. I would go after somebody else. I'm just saying. Verlander notoriously doesn't get a lot of run support, and the Houston Astros have more injuries than any team, I think, in the majors right now. Maybe the Dodgers. They're the number 1 team in the AL, which is absolutely absurd. I don't know how that happened. The coach of the year, Joe Espada. I mean, my goodness, they're playing. The bottom half of their lineup is a AAA team, and they are winning a lot. But they need to add a starting pitcher for sure. If Justin Verlander wants to come back to Houston on a good deal, because it was $20 million plus before. If he wants to get traded back to the Astros, and it doesn't cost as much, that's fine. I said Wednesday, Paul Skeens. The Astros have prospects. They just brought a guy up from AAA that hit 2 bombs in 1 game in his first Major League Baseball game. The Astros have prospects. I mean, they have a loaded farm system. They've had a loaded farm system since 2015. They have plenty to trade. It just, if you're a GM, do you trade your farm system for one more run? Or do you want to be great for the next 5, 6, 7 years maybe? I got a feeling if the Astros get rid of their farm for one of these, let's say Paul Skeens. Now, if you get a Paul Skeens, you're good for a long time. He's going to draw in people. I understand that. Hell, I'd be there. My kids would be there. It'd be unbelievable. But Justin Verlander, I don't know. I mean, if you can get him on the cheap, that's fine. I don't know if you unload your farm system right now if you're the Houston Astros for maybe one more run. It looks like you might be able to get 2 or 3 or 4 more playoff pushes and maybe get in the World Series again with some of the guys you have in the farm. Some of these guys that are stepping up for Houston are amazing. It's fantastic what they're doing. Like if Netflix, y'all need to go follow the Astros this year. It is unbelievable what they're doing in Houston. There are people in Houston that follow the Astros religiously, and we don't know the starting lineups of who they're putting in. It's just random guys, and they're winning. They are the number 1 team in all of the American League. That is just unbelievable. Like I said, but they'll be looking to add some pieces. Mets and Padres still kind of on the fence. Do you want to blow it up or do you want to make a run? Juan Soto's been playing good. I mean, he just signed that monster contract. He is. The Met fan has turned in his favor. They really, really have. So, I think that. I think they'll keep. I think. Well, obviously, Pete Alonso over there. Pete Alonso contract. He's in a contract year. Mets are interesting. That is an interesting team to watch. But there's 6 days left, guys. And the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. Let's go over the games today. Get into a parlay of the day. The first game is at 3:10, and I'm taking it, baby. Peralta on the mound for the Brewers. They're at home versus the Marlins. Give me the Brew Crew. I'm going to do a straight bet on them too, man. Brewers for sure should win that game. Freddie Peralta is amazing. 12-4, 2.85 versus Quantrill, who's 3-8 with a 5.24. This is in Milwaukee. It's in the afternoon. I'm jumping all over the Brewers. Diamondbacks and Pirates. Arizona throws Nelson on the mound versus Burrows. Arizona's favored. Pirates been playing good baseball lately. I'm going to leave that alone. Rockies at Baltimore. Dean Kramer on the mound versus Freeland. I'm actually leaving that game alone. Colorado screwed me in a couple of them. Phillies at the Yankees. This is a great series starting off. That's on Apple TV at 6:05 in the Bronx. Warren versus Walker. Dodgers and the Red Sox. That's actually a really good matchup as well. Man, the Northeast is going to be bomb. Like, that's fun. That is fun baseball. If you're in Boston or New York this weekend, that's where you want to be. That's my where do you want to be weekend. Boston or New York, bro. The Phillies are in town and the Dodgers in Boston. That is fantastic. Rays at the Rays, Blue Jays at the Tigers, Padres at the Cardinals, Cubs in Chicago. Look, this is a home game for the Cubs in Chicago. They are at the White Sox, right? Man, but Hauser's pitching for the White Sox versus Emanon. Man, I like the Cubs still. I like the Cubs. They're top 3 team and winning by beating the spread, which means winning by 2. Give me the Cubs. All right, Brewers, Cubs. Those are 2. Braves at the Rangers. Nathan Eovaldi pitching for the Rangers. I think I'm taking the Rangers on that, man. I like that a lot. All right, give me the Rangers. Guardians at the Royals. Oakland. Man, the Las Vegas A's, Oakland A's. I don't know. But they are at Houston. Gusto. See, Gusto's on the mound for the Astros. I'm actually leaving that game alone. Nationals at Minnesota. Mackenzie Gore's on the bump for the Nationals. No, I'm leaving that one alone. Seattle. Woo's on the mound versus Soriano and the Angels. I might do Seattle. Let's see. Yeah, Seattle's actually have a 27-24 road record. That's a pretty damn good road record. So give me Seattle. Mets and Giants. Nope, I only got 3. Or no, I've got 4. There you go. Here's your 4-team parlay of the day. The Brewers, the Cubs, the Rangers, and the Mariners. All right, let's see. What a show already. My goodness. All right, let's thank a couple people before we get out of here, guys. Number 1, Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Also, Slowpokes. You guys haven't been over to Slowpokes Coffee Shop. Get over there. Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Let's go Friday happy hour. Friday happy hour at Christian's Tailgate. I'm in. Butler CCS, fire, water, mold, roofing, you name it. 713-330-9472. Get in touch with Wes Butler. My man, Chris Luna over at C&E Pristine, baby. Look at that before and after picture. Those of y'all that are following on social media, watching on social media, I appreciate you. Listening on the podcast, thank you as well. But call C&E Pristine for your pool services, 713-818-4868. And last but not least, Ordonez Movers. Amazing. On time, affordable. Everything's expensive these days. These guys are not. 713-373 1659. Ordonez. Ordonez Movers. All right, guys. Y'all have an incredible weekend. I know I'm going to. I got to get to work. This is Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael. I'm out of here.